Finally getting a little break in the weather up here.
Yeah, now we
So cold these last few days.
Yeah, I know, right? It's about to be 60 Friday, right? I think I
Right?
saw.
Thank you, man. Warm up. It's cold.
Get rid of the snow, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
definitely
what's
gonna melt the
wrong.
snow away. Gonna be a little nasty out there with all the little dirty snow and dirty
Yeah,
cars. But
it probably be gone by the time it go. Mm. Oh man. Ooh, been a little bit. But we're back. Forgot how that beat make you jig a little bit. Hey, we're back. Oh man, it feels so good. Welcome back for another episode. It's been too long for Gambling Nights, the best late night show talking about sports, gambling stories, and pop culture. I am your host. They call me Moss Money. Of course, we got the gang all back. Fucking up my camera a little bit. My man, your man, main man, pots and pans. Humble, what's up, bro?
man. So much. I feel like we missed so many things that we usually talk
Yeah, we
about. So it's good to be back. Definitely good to be back talking and bullshitting right before the holidays. And I like that little touch there, the little happy holidays touch. I see.
Yeah, you see me, just a little added,
Yeah, a little creative. A little creative.
a little bit, just a little added touch.
Yeah.
If you guys are new to the show, again, this is a late night show talking pop culture. We're talking all kinds of stuff. We got the Jake Paul talk. Don't know what's going on with these black men and these touching of the buttholes, but we will discuss what the hell's going on in New York.
Pause.
Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's what's happening, right?
That's what
I
happened.
haven't seen a doc. Have you seen the documentary? I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it.
I have seen the documentary, and that
Is
shit
it
is crazy.
bad? Is it terrible?
I mean, it's a good documentary. Just, I
Yeah,
mean, he's a fucking villain, man. That dude is fucking crazy.
yeah.
Can we
So
curse? Can we curse on here?
sure, sure.
I want to make sure. I can't remember. We might have to, I might have to go to my
I have some
little
problems.
my vocabulary dictionary to change my
Yeah.
situation up. But
So and we got Mahomes, we got Tua, we got playoffs, man. we got. I forgot. I don't know why I'm coughing.
we got a cold on the host's
Yeah,
mic.
Jesus. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's start off with what's I think the biggest probably thing happening right now in terms of story is the truth about the Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight that's happening Friday. I thought it was a Saturday, but it's happening Friday. Going down Miami, Florida, December 19th on Netflix. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And what is the truth about this fight? What is the truth that I'm talking about? And the truth is, Joshua better knock this motherfucker out. He better, right? You're a gold medalist. You were a world champion. You were considered the next best thing, right? Who's the Mexican boy that he lost to? He first lost to. What was that
Ruiz.
boy name? Reeves. Yeah.
Ruiz. Yeah.
Yeah. Lost to him, came back and avenged that. Then you didn't you lose to Dubai? I think Du Bois. I think you lost to Du Bois.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you didn't even get a chance to see Fury and turn and flip Wilmington upside down because you couldn't get over the hump. You couldn't become the golden boy that everybody thought you was. Now, credit to Jake. This is real comp. You got a legit heavyweight, a legit boxer that you're stepping in the ring with, you know. And Joshua's going to get paid. Jake's going to get paid. It's going, and he's moving up for this. So shout out to Jake for putting on another spectacle of a show for the boxing world and the fight community. But the truth is, Jake should not be in the ring. Truth is, Jake has a chance to get hurt in this fight. But the truth is, Jake has won every fight some way, somehow, knocking MFers out left and right. So, do you think Jake Paul has a chance in this fight, bro? Because he picks him for a reason. He picks, and that tells me we know Joshua's jaw ain't little Lennox Lewis's. So all we got to do is touch the jaw a little bit. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying he picks these fights for a reason, and not even that Joshua accepted it. The weight of the boxing community is on Joshua's shoulders.
Hell no.
It is because he's
Hell
legit.
no.
He's legit.
He was legit. He was.
But he's still legit, bro.
I want to go back to you. You said the truth is. I like that. I like how you was kind of flowing that through the monologue, if that's what this is. The truth is money talk. That's what it comes down to. And I think if Jake got some type of clause within that contract to knock Joshua out, Joshua's gonna get knocked out. Money talk. That's what it comes down to. I don't trust Jake Paul and any of that stuff that happens.
You think he's gonna take a dive?
I think you have if Joshua loses this fight, like let's be 100.
Go ahead.
Jake Paul has not fought anybody of any stature besides Fury's brother.
From a boxing standpoint.
From a boxing standpoint, he lost that fight. Not saying Jake Paul is not a good boxer. I think he's honed in that craft. He's focused in on that.
He's turned himself into a boxer for sure.
But you're not at Joshua's level to be. Joshua should, like you said, mop him in the ring. Right? It should be an easy fight. The question is, what's the backroom talk? Right? Are we taking this all the way to the 10th round? Are we like, what are we doing? Am I able to swing at you and hit you? Are you gonna finally get hit one time? And
so you calling the fix? The fix is in.
100%. He's been in multiple fights and has not walked out the fight with not one bloody nose, not one cut. Like, come on.
He also ain't fought nobody yet, though.
He fought Fury and lost. So I'm expecting.
But Fury's brother's not that good, though.
But he's a boxer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're talking about a fighter that's not that great, but he's a boxer. So now we go up to one of the best fighters that came out of the UK in a long time, and we're saying that this should be a fight. Jake Paul should be getting his ass knocked out by the 3rd round, if that. But money talk is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I hear you.
So if come Friday night, that's when this date is. Because I don't know. I'm really looking.
Yeah, I thought it was usually Saturday, but no, it's Friday night.
Come Friday night, if Joshua is somehow deep in the weeds against Jake Paul, bro, we know the fix is in.
Wow.
That's just my opinion.
I just don't
see. First off, the size difference is just.
It's silly.
Joshua is an animal.
Yeah, Joshua's like 6',
look at them.
6'7".
Hopefully, maybe you can get a second to pull up the
side by side,
the side by side. I mean, he's
literally
the face off. He like his eyes is looking at his chest. Like,
yeah, I got that in the thumbnail. That's the joint I put in the thumbnail. Yeah.
Right, like what are we talking about? And you're talking about a massive person. Like Joshua is not a little, just a skinny guy. He's a massive boxing, fighter that should be able to handle this at least with the distance. Jake Paul should never get inside of Joshua.
Oh wow, pause.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about boxing talk, like inside the range, like to be able to hurt Joshua. Right, he should be able to keep him at length. He should be able to keep him, a distance and jab, and then counter whatever he has to counter with. Jake, this is a complete should be.
Damn, I can't believe you're saying the fix is in though. That's crazy. I get what you're saying, money talk, but I gotta question Anthony's integrity at that point.
Sure.
Like
he gonna go on about his business with the millions of dollars he's gonna get. Probably one of his biggest paydays, and be okay.
It's gotta be what, like 50?
Why would he? He's not gonna be a boxing champion ever again. What does he care about his legacy? You think he care about his legacy? What is his legacy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. If I gotta take a dive, I'll take a dive. Now, obviously, I'm speculating, but I just look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Come on, man. Anthony Joshua was a complete athlete.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's in shape.
No, yeah, no, he's in shape.
You know what I'm saying? Like he coming in, out of shape, but don't really taking it seriously. Like he's looking at his chest. That's what I was saying. Like he's looking at his chest. Come
Yeah.
on. So that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it because obviously Jake is a villain,
You ain't
and I guess
you
I
ain't
will.
betting it, dog. I
Hell
haven't bet a
no.
fight in forever.
Well, let's look at what is the bet? What is the odds? Now that's going to tell a lot. I'm gonna look at it
What's the
right now.
line?
Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Tell me what the line is.
Let's take a look. That's it's a good call there. If it's anywhere near even, then
What's the
you're right.
line?
You should get
I mean, I
robbed.
think Josh was gonna be favored for sure. But does this count? What's the not? I mean, everybody is the bet is gonna be the not. Yeah,
Oh,
but he's
he's a heavy favorite.
yeah.
-12. And he should be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what he should be.
And you should sprinkle something on Jake Paul. You should sprinkle a little what they call them, stocking stuffer type of, little stocking stuffer on
Yeah.
plus 700. Because, why not?
I'm actually looking at the card to see who else is on here. The funny thing is the bull he knocked out. Tyrone Woodley is on the card versus Silva.
Anderson Silva's back.
Yeah, 2 UFC guys are fighting on that same
Are they
card.
boxing? Or are they going to be
They
fighting UFC?
boxing. No, they
Okay.
boxing. They oh shit, my bad. No, they boxing.
Okay.
All right, bro. Shout out to you, man. Good for you, man. Hopefully you get what we all want for 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 10 fingers, 10 toes. You know
What
what
it
I
say?
mean?
I'm going to be uncle soon?
Yeah, you're gonna be an uncle soon.
Oh, man. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, Joshua is -4,000 to win by knockout. Jake Paul is +1,200. I mean, that's the only way you can go. The only bet you can make is betting Jake Paul to knock him out at 1,200.
He's not going to knock him out.
There's no other bet. You said he's not gonna knock him out?
No, he's not knocking him out. He's not knocking Joshua out.
I don't know, bro. Joshua go down.
But I would take the plus 700 to win somehow. But if he knocks him out, he knocks him. I don't know.
He's not gonna beat him by technical decision. He's not gonna outbox him.
You never know. I mean,
cars
can be screwed out. You never know.
No way. Yeah, right. The bet is Jake Paul to win by knockout or no bet at all. That's the only bet you can make in this joint. None of the other names look familiar to me. The co-main event looks like could be these 2 women, but I'm not 100% sure how they how they have it lined up. But still, that's funny. That's funny. All right.
We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, let's stick with boxing right now. Let me bring up that other picture I got. Let's see. Maybe the greatest of all time just retired. Mr. BUD Crawford. Now, could be a lot of reasons why he retired. He just had that spat with what was that WBC, I think. They wanted him to pay like $300,000 in fines. De La Hoya came out and said something too, and all this other nonsense that was going around. And Bud said, I ain't paying you shit. I don't got to pay for the other stuff like that. So why should I pay y'all all this money? Because I think it changed. Like it went up like 300. Like it went up something crazy. I think for whatever reason that it did it went up something crazy. So why this picture ain't down on? So he just said, all right, I'm not paying y'all. They stripped his belt and now he's retired. So at this moment, he retires with a perfect record, 42-0. Here we go. Here's the picture. It took a long time. There we go. Let's see. 42-0. Um, 5 division champ, I think it was. What else was it? Um, super middleweight champion, welterweight champion. Um, I mean, the list goes on and on. And he fought the best people in his era.
Sure did.
Concluding with probably the biggest fight since Canelo versus Mayweather and Canelo versus Crawford, and won it convincingly. Where do you think Crawford ranks in terms of all time greats? Um, and I know people say who was he running? I think running from Haney. I think it was. People say he was running from Haney, if I'm not mistaken. Running from who was the other guy? I think he was running from somebody else. Um, but I think Haney was the big name that they were saying that should be next to fight him. And to Crawford's point, like who was Haney compared to him? You know what I mean? Especially like he ain't no Canelo. So, that fight ain't no money at this point. So where you feel that, he ranks, in terms of, all-time greats from Omaha
I mean, shit, pound for pound, number one of all time. You know what I'm
of
saying?
all
Like,
time.
well, no, not. I mean, we're going back to like Muhammad Ali. Obviously, I think Muhammad's the best fighter of all time. All right,
Oh,
so
okay.
I think Ali is the best fighter ever.
Okay.
I think you give Mayweather, his era. I think he goes behind. Be, a lot of issues that come behind Mayweather, but nobody's done it like he did it,
Yeah.
which promoted boxing, changed the way boxing was looked at, especially in the era since heavyweights kind of was starting to diminish. He kind of put the boxing on his shoulders and led that charge. So I give Mayweather that, and then comes Bud. Bud is right there. I mean, it's hard to say of all time, like who's because everybody had their own era and they were carrying different weight. You get what I'm saying? Like Muhammad was carrying a different weight during his time. Not only being one of the greatest boxers of all time, but his charismatic, the personality, how he won fights, building the boxing, making it what it is now, and bringing culture to boxing. So I put him there. Then you have Mayweather. After like you had your Mike Tyson and your era, the Mike Tyson era, and I got Mike. I mean, it's tough to put Mike not out there being one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Yeah, I don't put. I mean, he was, in his prime.
Mhm.
But you know, people say this and they say the same thing about not Lennox. When Wilder was kind of having his run as heavyweight champion, is that Mike didn't really face nobody. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And then when Mike lost, and Mike lost to all legit Hall of Fame fighters. He never really beat any. But who's the bull? The Britain
well,
bull? Is that Bruno or Bruce or whatever his name was? The
Riddick Bowe.
the No, he never beat Riddick Bowe. The bull when he became champion, it was a British bull that he beat. He was a
Oh
champion
yes, I
from
can't think of his name right
I
now.
think I think it was like Bruce or Bruno or something like that.
Mm,
I forget. I can
it's
find
coming
out.
to me.
Um,
But I
but
mean, either way, I'm just saying. I think Bud. Back to what you were asking me. I mean, you look at that picture. I mean, it's pound for pound, multiple weight classes. You don't get no better than Bud. And he did it the right way, flawless, technical, power.
yep.
Fought all the best in his era, right? So, like he said in his quote when he lost, he said, "I'm walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove." So there is nothing else he needs to do in this game. He also said, and I quote, let me just go find it really quickly. Every fighter know that this moment will come. Um, this moment for him has came. He said, I'm stepping away from competition, not because I'm done fighting, but because I've won a different kind of battle. He said, the one where you walk away on your own terms. And who wouldn't want to walk away on top? Especially in a career or a profession as in boxing, when most folks that do walk away from boxing, they don't walk away from boxing as they walked in, right? With
Hmm.
all their, mental capacity. You know what I mean? Like you have a lot of, trauma that comes from the boxing game. And you can see Crawford still seems to be very alert, very sharp, and will, can now ride off in the sunset. So I do put him number 3 all time. And if I'm missing somebody, just somebody in the comments let me know. But for me, it's Ali, Mayweather, and Bud.
Yeah, it was Bruno. That was
It was Bruno.
yeah, it was Frank Bruno. That was the
Yes,
name.
Frank Bruno. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
Frank
yes.
Bruno. Yeah, I have Ali in a different category, just because of his cultural impact,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what he meant to the world. Like you could argue his what he meant to the world outside of boxing was different, was greater than what he did in the ring. It just people he just had the spotlight because he was in the ring. I do think Mayweather's the greatest fighter of all time. That's just my opinion. Kind of similar to Crawford, just unblemished, untouched. Changed the betting. I mean, changed the purse world and changed the way how you should set up how to get money in boxing. And never seen anything like him offensively, defensively. And he faced every great fighter in his era at every level. Some again similar to Bud, but I think Mayweather probably faced a little bit more. He's probably faced more Hall of Famers and all
Mm-hmm.
time greats than Bud did. But to your point, flawless and walked away on his own terms. So yeah, I think it's just a salute, right? Putting Omaha, Nebraska on a goddamn map, right? Too representing where he came from and never shied away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you just look at this picture here, just a testament of greatness.
Can we pause one more time though? You said you think the weight of Muhammad was more outside the ring than in the ring? Like, where do you put Muhammad?
I think his impact culturally was bigger
Sure.
than what he did in the ring. I do.
So where do you put him in the ring?
Um, greatest fighters of all time. I got Mayweather. I think Bud is two. Yeah, I do.
Why?
We're just talking
Why?
about we're just talking about fighters. We're just talking about fighting
Yeah,
in the
but I
ring.
mean, but we got to also think about the era though. Like we, and I think to be honest with us, like I know we haven't. I'm happy we're back on this conversation, back on the show
Yeah.
because we can just bullshit talk. But catching up Charlie horse. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, oh, hold on. Oh,
let me get you up here.
oh, ooh. Mm.
I had to
That
zoom
was
in real quick.
bad.
What's going on with that boy?
Let me drink some of this water.
But yeah, no, I mean when we look at
Woo,
I mean who
shit.
who Muhammad Ali fought, right?
What do you mean? He fought some of the best. Sonny Liston, George Foreman, and they was like, oh, they were like some of the best in that era. But you gotta understand, like too, like those guys fought, like, and they fought. Like we can go all the way back to like we can go like this Sonny Liston. We can go to Joe Louis. I mean, like those guys were fighting fights like weekly, day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Ray Robinson, like he had almost damn near 200 fights. So
Yeah, I mean cuz he fought Fraser what? 3 times or 4? 3 or 2? It was
they
3.
had 3 times, yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, he fought him 3 times and he won both twice, right? And lost the one,
Um,
if
sorry,
I'm not
this Charlie
mistaken.
horse is crazy. Right in my hammy. Um, he fought Frazier twice. Fought Frazier twice. He fought Sonny Liston twice. Floyd Patterson twice. Ken Norton twice. George Foreman and Leon Spinks.
He must have fought Spinks late though, right?
Yeah, late. That was late.
Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why cuz like, Ali fell off, at the end, right? He got
Sure.
old, you know what I'm saying? And he started taking fights and he had bad losses when he got older. These cats didn't have that. You know what I mean? But I get the error. You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
went 15 rounds. And
Yeah,
you know what I mean? 15 rounds,
heavyweight fights.
heavyweight fights. Yeah. It was a different type of tough. So I
I'm
get
here.
yeah, I know.
I gotta stand
Um
up. It's so
I
crazy.
I, I I
Jeez.
get that, but yeah, I mean Ali's gonna be in everybody's top 3 or top 5 for sure. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? The question is just do you have him won? And I just don't. You know what I mean? I think it's Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's just that's me. And it's hard to say how is it not Bud. Just from a boxing standpoint, nobody's ever going to touch what Ali did culturally and what he
Hmm.
meant to black culture and the black world then, now, and in the future. You know,
Hmm.
that's never going to change. He is synonymous in time as a fixed figure. Um that will never be erased. So, yeah, no, this is where I have Ali. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. So we
We-
kind of went through the boxing world, you know. Um, let's switch over to football because there's a lot of stuff going on with football, a lot of stuff going on with the NFL, and we saw some things that we usually see in the beginning of the year, um, but now we're seeing it, kind of late, which I don't remember seeing it so much, and just to so many prominent players.
mhm.
Yikes! It's been reported.
Yeah.
Um, it's been reported that Patrick Mahomes has torn his ACL and LCL. So he tore 2 ligaments, and that's just a knee pad. I ain't his kneecap. Um, and it seems there's going to be a true 9 almost 12 month recovery. And Tom Brady's already kind of hinted at or said something like, "This is one of the hardest, rehabs you're going to be able to do." Obviously, he can do it. But the question really here is not only is the Chiefs' kingdom finally over, but is Pat done?
Hell no. Come on. What
I'm
you
just
mean? Is he
saying.
done where? Where he done? Done for the year? Yeah.
Well, he won't play next year either.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, how many people have returned from that type of injury and been the same player?
We're in 2025. A lot of people are returning from ACL, MCLs, PCL tears all day and becoming great players, still being great players.
Both
Achilles
Nick,
injuries.
both ligaments though. Like we got two
Sure.
ligaments.
Sure. He's a quarterback. That's the most protected position on the football field. He will be fine. That man gonna play till he's 45.
Wow.
What
Oh
the game is going to protect Patrick Mahomes is what it is. He may
no.
not be as quick as he used to be, but he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be able to get out the pocket. There's plenty of people that have leg injury. Look, Tom Brady. I mean, he had a leg injury, destroyed his knee. There's plenty of them, plenty of great players. I mean, yeah, I think it's unfortunate that a great player like this sustained such a serious injury. I would be more concerned if it was Achilles because, although people are coming back from Achilles injuries, they used to be career threatening. I just think the technology now able to get back. He'll be. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not ready to come back by next year. The way medicine is, depending on how he is. Um, you know, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's they said he's already starting rehab.
I mean, what are you
He already
talking
had
about? Yeah,
surgery.
like I think he'll be
And he's
back.
already
I don't. It depends on what. I really think it's time for Andy to retire. I think it is time to start over here for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a perfect opportunity.
really.
If not now, Andy win, right? Like, you getting
Yeah.
up there, brother. Like, it's time to shake it up a little bit in Chiefs Kingdom. But hey, listen, this is the first time they ever missed the playoffs. It's gonna be the first time they're going home early
Yeah, I think
on.
since 2014, I think I
It's
read.
crazy. Like they
This
had a
is
great
wild.
run, man. This is one of the best dynasties of NFL history. You put them
Hmm.
right, if not next or to above that Dallas dynasty. You can you put them like right there next to the New England Patriots, right? Like they got to be next to the New England Patriots. But yeah, I think Patrick's gonna be fine. I think he'll continue to have a great career. he may change a little bit on how he protects himself now. But it was a freak accident. It wasn't like he got hit in the knee. It was a little jerk that kind of like he just dislocated the kneecap or hyperextended it, and then it was what it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, you said it early in the year that the Chiefs were not going to make the playoffs and fall off, but we didn't see this coming. Where like you said, this this could be completely looking different, right? No Patrick Mahomes at the quarterback, and it's possible that Travis Kelce could actually retire, especially with Mahomes being hurt. Who knows how much he's got left, but he came back because of the ass whooping that the Eagles gave them in the Super Bowl. But at the same time, you came back to finish on a high note, and once again, you don't.
You said that what?
Oh yeah. That ass whooping.
Yeah, I think
ass whooping, boy. Yeah, man. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy because that's a super reset. New coach, possibly new quarterback, and then new, everything tight end. Almost new look.
If anybody got time, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Like nobody aren't we? We're exhausted from the Kansas City Chiefs. Let them go away for a minute. We're okay. The league will be okay. The Eagles will carry the torch from now on. For at least a little bit.
I hope.
We hope, right? Or if not us, it'll be somebody else. We're okay without looking at this ugly ass red and orange and white and these cold ass games in Kansas City, Missouri, whatever they at. One of the Missouris or whatever. Like we're okay with that. We're okay. Go ahead. Go. Andy retired. Travis retires. Patrick Maverick, don't worry about coming back next year. We're gonna redo this.
Yeah, I think they're greedy for legacy though. They're chasing.
The legacy's over.
I think they're looking at this as this was like the New England Patriots, right? The first dynasty. Now we're going to re-ramp it and do a second dynasty.
It took what? It took Tom Brady 6 years to get back, right?
Was it the gap that was that the gap?
It was like what 2003 to like 2008, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I feel like it was like around that 2003 to 2008 that they had a gap.
Yeah, so 20 to 19, 6 Super Bowls. What was the Super Bowl? Yeah, so 21, so 01, 03, 04, and then, like you said, almost 10 years, 14, 16, and 18.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes you just got to fall back, reset. Yeah. Patrick will still be there.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially in this era of football where I can't blow pause on a quarterback without a flag. So he'd be okay if he protects himself, right? He will. I think he will.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, he just had another kid. I don't think he's ready to retire no time soon.
Well, he got $500 million, so he'll be all
right. He will be okay. That is true.
He'll be
all right. But hey, we thought Phillip Rivers was going to be all right. He had 10 kids. He can't really try his ass right on back.
Right. Well, we know who's not going to be okay. Tua benched after a putrid performance on Monday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers, where I think he had almost 60, 70 yards passing by third quarter, and the Miami Dolphins were eliminated from the playoffs. And, it's kind of crazy because Miami was on this, talk of the town where Mike McDaniels was on the hot seat. He was going to get fired. And then they had this resurgence where they turned it around. They went on a nice run. I think they won like 4 or 5 games straight. And then now it's just like all went to shit. And Mike McDaniels is pretty much calling out Tua like he didn't play good, which he didn't. He leads the league in interceptions. I think he has 15 to 16 interceptions. And he didn't play well. And now they're moving with Ewers. Any chance that Tua is no longer on the Miami Dolphins next year?
I don't know. They spent a lot of money on Tua. That's going to be really rough. And I don't know who's going to pick that contract up, to be honest with you. I don't know if this is – I think this is just a Miami making a business decision. I don't necessarily think what happened against the Pittsburgh Steelers was a shock. I don't know why people were surprised that Miami can't play in the cold. This has been historical, especially with Tua being a quarterback. He cannot play in the cold weather. I mean, he tried to do that when they played Kansas City Chiefs that one year. They looked terrible. Same thing happened this year. But the problem with this game and what got them those 4 straight wins, is they were running the football effectively, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at those games, Achane was averaging like over 100 yards pretty much throughout that run. And Tua was really kind of pedestrian, really just kind of managing the game under 20 yards and all in that run. He wasn't really doing too much, lighting it up. Once you lost that explosiveness of Tyreek Hill, it seems like this offense really started to slow down. And at the same time, that one big year they had when they were throwing the ball all over the place and those little spread, like defenses catch up. And if Mike Daniels is it McDaniels or Daniels? I don't know. McDaniels, if he's not adjusting, then this is what you get. But I think this is more a business decision for Miami to figure out who is Quinn Ewers. Is he going to be a pro football player here? This is an opportunity. The season's done. Why not? And maybe Tua can get his bottom teeth done too, because I know he got the top done with the veneers. He still got to do the bottom, I think. So he can now do the bottom. Because his season is done.
He got some time, huh?
He got some time. I know he got the fronts done. The top was done. He can't close his mouth now. Pause.
Got some time. That's
so fun. I can't remember he got the bottom done. So you gotta figure that out. And he got some time now. He got the money too. So you asked me a question, is he gonna be at a Miami Dolphin? I don't know. It's a lot of money to get rid of and off the books, and I don't know who's gonna want to.
That's a good question. Where does who would take Tua in the trade, because he's not really worth much
for all that money? Yeah, you'd rather go in the draft and
that is a really good question. Like who are the football needy teams right now?
You gotta go to the Giants, right? I mean, not the Giants. I'm sorry, the Jets. You gotta go to the Jets.
Yeah, but you're talking about we just talked about him in cold weather.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, you can't play in cold weather.
That's gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
And then maybe the Colts. So let me see. I'm looking at I'm looking at like the list from the bottom up. Not Tennessee, no. Not the Jets, not the Giants, no. I doubt the Raiders. No, I doubt the Cardinals. No, Cleveland. No, New York. No, Washington. No, New Orleans. Maybe Cincinnati. No, Atlanta. No, Minnesota. No, Chiefs. No, Dallas. No, Carolina. No. Yeah, like it's really just nobody's taking him. I'm even going to try.
Not at that price, and maybe a rental. Like maybe New Orleans would do something just to.
Stay relevant.
To stay relevant, keep the team morale together. I think he can play. He can, and is in the dome. I think he can play the game. He's not a bad player, but I think, and then obviously they probably going to want to look at Manning coming out Texas too. So and he's coming back to Texas, so he's still got another year. So I don't know, but that's a lot of money. I'm not playing that much for a rental.
Yeah, I feel you. Speaking of, I mean, it's just like water, man. You just kind of just the oops just right there. Speaking of water and and kind of rentals. Talk about this championship. Watch Josh Hart. You got to plug up that water hole. Oh my God. So Josh Hart did what? Oh, he just went to his boy and stuck his thumb up homie butt. And look at that. We squared up. We squared up. We squared up. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. This is squared up. And look, Josh gonna act like he ain't do shit. Josh focused on the chip. You know what I'm saying?
Cat. Yeah, like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I saw you, Josh. I like that. Look at Carl. Look at the knee. He's like, ooh, I like that. Hey, he put his thumb up his ass. It's crazy work,
like I don't understand. Like, did Josh just get excited here? You know what I mean? The sound effect is crazy.
Hey, man.
He said, dude. He turned around like, yeah, fuck is you doing, dog?
The full turnaround is crazy. The full turnaround with Brunson is
This
like,
is so
yo,
funny.
what's happening?
But the 50 Cent Puff Daddy documentary. We got Charlemagne out here talking about black men need to save their buttholes. Ray J saying asses have been taken.
And
There's a
leaking.
lot going on in the black community of what's going on with some of these tendencies. And help me, bro. I just don't understand what is going down. You know what I mean? With some of these bulls and how they going about their business and their sexuality with all this stuff. So, can you help me explain
Bro,
why
I can't.
Josh Hart thought it was a good idea to try to plug the MVP, try to plug up the MVP live on stage?
Yeah, I got no words for what Josh did. But that was funny. That was funny. And for it to go viral and be on everybody's everything is just hilarious.
It's wild, yo.
And I can't wait to hear what when they have a they have a podcast together. I just can't wait to figure what that's going to sound like because that was crazy. Secondly, the Emirates Cup. I guess NBA is. I guess you know what. I know a lot of people are like, "What the f is this?" But I guess it's not too bad because football is still in season, right? And a lot of cats don't watch basketball until after football,
Until at least the play.
right?
I don't watch it till playoffs.
Right. Oh, damn, that's
Yeah,
even crazier. So even take
yeah.
even longer, but it gives an opportunity for them to, I don't know, fight for some early, get some of the players to play earlier games, not sit out so many games and make some meaningful games. I mean, it gives a little, more money into their pockets to win it, but whatever, man. Nobody cares. Knicks said they're not going to put up no banner like the Lakers did. So, it is what it is. But putting a thumb in somebody's ass is diabolical. And I think
On
Brunson's
stage,
reaction. I think Brunson's reaction was a good reaction. He probably should have pushed him. To be honest, like, yo,
he should have
what's
probably
going on?
punched him.
That too. But you on stage. He is on stage. Like, what do you do?
I-
It was the thumb though. It wasn't even like.
But here's the
It was just
crazy thing. I want to know what Brunson's face looked like. Because was he mad, like hot, or was he
I'm
smiling?
sure he was. He looked that turn was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, who did that? You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. I doubt he was smiling.
Let's bring it back up. It's just funny how the camera turned away. So that's tough, man.
I don't think
Like,
he's smiling about that one.
you know,
He's smiling now. He was happy now. He's smiling now.
oh my god, that shit is so hilarious. Oh man, yeah, I would I wouldn't be smiling. I tell you what, yeah, we might have I might have to throw some hands. You know what I mean? Like right then and there, smack somebody, do
Listen, they've been
something.
boys a long. They've been boys a long time, man. Their whole career, basketball career, they pretty much been homies. So I guess it's what they, that's what they do. They play around, I guess. I don't know.
Player, yeah, but he going to. That's what I was saying. But see, to your point, right? They boys. So he turned around like, "Yo, bro, like really? We gonna play like
Probably.
that right on the stage?"
But you fight your homies too, though. You know what I'm saying? They play too
No,
much. You fight
I
your
know, I
homies.
understand that, but I'm just saying, like, yo, we gonna play this game right now. You know what I mean? Right? Like, that's a little too much though for me. That's a little too much for me. You
Yeah.
can't do that. You can't do that.
Salute to the cameraman that caught that though. He was on it.
He turned away real quick. He's like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to see that. I wasn't supposed to catch that one. Oh man, that's funny. But back switching up to football because we get into a serious note and shout out to Delaware. I see got a win in
Yeah,
a bowl, 68 Ventures Bowl. Delaware won 20-13. But the playoffs that everybody's been talking about for a long time and trying to get it right in the brackets and all this. And now we finally got a bracket. Now we finally got games to go. So let's run through a preview of, if I can get it up, of the college football bracket and playoffs and get a sense of what everybody thinks of, you know, do we like the games? Do we not? Are they fair? Blah, blah, blah. And, let's kind of see what we can do from uh, a betting perspective. All right, let me bring it up.
I mean, first off, everybody bitching and complaining about James Madison and Tulane. Kick rocks. Kick
Mhm.
rocks. I mean, for me, I get it. Oh, but they're not the best teams, and we want there's only the best team. But yeah, but I get it. But it's sometimes good to have a Cinderella team in there, right? Until the NCAA figures out, how they can separate that. Because what about the mid-major team? They just want to be playing for nothing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
so unless they get their own playoffs and do something like that, then maybe they can do a Big Five playoff series. And until then, it happens. But I don't see what's wrong with Oregon playing James Madison. And if I'm the number one seed or whatever situation like that, why would Oregon want to have to play fucking Notre Dame? You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's not. I mean, why would I want to get that to have to mess around and play somebody that's going to be, a tough matchup? So I don't mind. That's the way playoff brackets are. It's usually the one versus the worst seed, the two versus the second worst seed. Like it gives the team that worked real hard throughout the season the advantage to get to the champion, the best team. So I don't mind it. Obviously, Oregon and James Madison um, shouldn't be too much of a game. I guess we're going to talk about the spreads now. So let's run through it. Whenever you're ready.
yeah. I was about to say, running, looking at this game, does James Madden have any shot in this game?
I think listen, football is football. Anything can happen. Do they have a shot? Yeah, they have a shot. I think they're explosive enough offensively. They spread the ball around. I think Oregon just has the better athletes and pretty much mimics the same thing and got a good quarterback and more. But it's a good story for James Madison. I think you want to see a lot of points in this game. I don't think James Madison is going to be shut down. I think they're going to be creative and be able to kind of put the ball in the end zone also. So I think Oregon's going to probably, run away with it. But I like
Yeah.
points in this game. What's the line?
Okay.
21?
21.
Yeah, I can see it being like a
It's
48.
getting bet down. I think it opened at like
Yeah, I think
22 and a
21 is a
half.
lot of points for James Madison. I think they can kind of
Yeah.
compete. Um,
Statistically, even though they didn't play anybody like Oregon, statistically, I think they are the best defense in the nation. Statistically,
who?
number wise. James Madison.
Oh.
Because I think they only give up like 60 yards rushing, 180 yards passing. You know what I mean? Just like statistically wise, they're the best. They're considered the
Mhm.
best defense in the nation. But obviously they didn't play anybody from the Power Five conferences or anything like that. So um all right, so let's keep running at the top here. Orange Bowl. We got Oregon, Texas Tech. Talk to me on that preview and what that game looks like, because that's a
Yeah.
massive game.
Well, if you guys don't remember, those that do follow know that I've been on Texas Tech since week one. I said they are a very, very tough team defensively. They led by the defense. Great linebacking core, great up front. Their edge rushers are great. They get after you. It ain't too many times you're gonna be able to put the ball into the end zone on that team. And offensively, not only one quarterback, but multiple quarterbacks that can get in there and step in and excuse me, throw the ball around. They have a dynamic running back that can run and catch out of the backfield. And then they have a person that can kind of be like every down back that's also back there. I love Texas Tech, and I think Texas Tech is a sleeper to win this whole thing, college football, and it would be my sleeper to win a college football championship. So yeah, I like Oregon winning. I like Texas Tech uh, in that spot there, no matter who they play.
Okay. Let's you just kind of dropped a little hint. So right now, Texas plus 800 to win it all.
Yeah, and they were like 1,800, and then a couple months back they're like almost like in the, like close to 3,000. I had them
Mm.
to win the Big 12. I put that in and won that one. So I'm sorry, not the Big 12. So, yeah.
So we got a good one. Bama, Oklahoma. Um,
Yeah.
should line is pretty. I thought thought it was Bama favorite at one point, but I guess it looks like it's pretty much a pick. But if you want to talk about who's favorite in this game, it is Oklahoma's the Sooners. Uh, what do you think about this game? And then obviously rolling right into the Rose Bowl, what's awaiting in um, the number one seed in the Indiana Hoosiers?
Yeah. First off, I don't think Alabama should be in the playoffs. That's number one.
I agree. I agree.
But money. What we say early in the first take, we say it was
Money talk.
I said money talk. Right. Everybody wants Alabama in there. They're money making for a lot of networks, a lot of fans. Obviously, they've been great for a long time with Nick Saban. Not bad with their new coach, but they just, I don't think they should have made the playoffs. You had Notre Dame that was running hot. That probably should have been in there with Miami instead of Alabama. But this is what we got: Alabama, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's playing a home game. Oklahoma's defense is very, very tough. Also,
Yeah,
get after you up front.
I like the Sooners in this game.
Yeah, and I would have to say I like Oklahoma at home against Alabama, and I think you're going to see Oklahoma and Indiana fight it off in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, and then with that one, I mean, it's hard to bet against Indiana after they just beat Ohio State.
Very hard. You get 2 weeks. They get more than 2 weeks. Multiple weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
I think the most underrated thing for Indiana is their defense, and I think they showed that against Ohio State last week.
Yeah.
Indiana, even the year before, 2 years ago, they had good defense then too. Just kind of carried on. Got the number one ranked team in the country playing against either Alabama, Oklahoma. I like the dynamic offense of Indiana. I like their defense to lead them. And when we're starting to get to these little tighter battles, though, I think they'll be able to fight a little harder. So I would take Indiana. I would say that line probably similar, maybe like no more than 3.
4.5.
Think 4.5.
I think it'll be high. I think it'll be higher than a field goal.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I think 4.5. Probably maybe the total is probably like maybe open up at like 42.5.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, 43.
I mean, but the thing is, I will say it's going to be good football.
Yeah,
right? You're going to. I mean,
yeah, you're going to get a good game.
Everybody's going to be tuned into Alabama, Oklahoma. Everybody's going to be tuned into Indiana, whoever they play. It will be good TV. Rose Bowl, California is going to be beautiful, I'm sure. 4 o'clock starts. Sun's going to be setting. It's going to be a beautiful moment. Indiana, first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a Heisman Trophy winner, and those are going back to California. Like, it's just a lot of stuff there for Indiana. So salute to them.
All right, interesting. Interesting matchup. Tulane against the Lane Kiffin-less coaching staff of Ole Miss. But I think the caveat to this one was the offensive coordinator is allowed to stay with Ole Miss, right? Is he? But is he still going with Lane?
So I don't know the backstory. I know early on there was a lot of chatter about Lane giving potentially the coaches a
ultimatum.
A week. They got to make a decision within a week.
Yeah.
But I don't care who's there coaching right now. Although it's a great season for Tulane, this is a rematch. Ultimately, they've already played Tulane this year, beat the dog shit out of Tulane. And I see it being the exact same. Great story. There's going to be a lot of backers for Tulane down there in New Orleans. I think they even said they had record-breaking apparel throughout. People buying a lot of Tulane sweatshirts and stuff like that, just in support. I'm sure a lot of people that are upset at Lane is probably also rooting somewhere underneath. Like, I hope they, just because of the situation. But I think Ole Miss kind of comes in here easy win. I don't think 17.5 is enough. So I like Ole Miss to kind of walk through this one and head into I guess they go to New Orleans, right? To the All-State Sugar Bowl. Is that in Georgia? Or New Orleans? That's in New Orleans.
I think it's in New Orleans.
Yep. So they gotta go to New Orleans.
Yeah. So they almost get no, I'm thinking of somebody else. They go to they're not going to move anywhere, but I think Georgia beats up on them. I think
definitely a test for Ole Miss for sure. And another game that people would love to see. I would love to see this game, a good matchup.
I think this is where the coaching comes, where the coaching kind of sticks out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you go against Georgia and Kirby Smart,
Yeah.
you gotta be good on all levels. Special teams, offense, defense, you know what I mean, and coaching. Coaching's gotta be A1 to go against this Georgia team. Because I think if
And
this Georgia team gets hot, they can beat anybody. So
99% guaranteed they're already preparing for Ole Miss. So you have Georgia now with
yeah.
multiple weeks to prepare for Ole Miss offense.
Yep.
Um, they're not preparing for Tulane, and they don't need to prepare for Tulane.
Yeah.
But they are preparing for Ole Miss to come into the Sugar Bowl. So I do think this will be a disadvantage for Ole Miss in that situation. I like Kirby Smart in Georgia, but should be a good game. Should be a lot of
Should
eyes
be a
on
great
Georgia.
game. Great game. I think this is gonna be another good game. Miami, Texas, Texas A&M.
Yeah, I don't trust Miami. Bottom line, good defense, solid defense. I root for Texas A&M. I like the young quarterback there. I was a little upset when they lost to Texas. I was rooting for Texas A&M. I just like what they got going on there. This is a home game. Obviously, it's tough to play down there in the 12th man.
Yep.
So it's going to be tough. Miami. I mean, let's look at this. Miami played 8 home games. 8
That's
home
wild.
games. It's crazy. Doesn't happen. Not only did they only play 8 home games, they didn't leave the state of Florida in 2 months to begin the season, and then they went to Dallas, right? So they played in warm weather. They went up. I think they had to play in Pittsburgh. They got a good win in Pittsburgh. And then that was about it. So now they're traveling. This is probably another one of the biggest games they're playing, going to Texas in that environment. I think they're going to have a hard time. 3.5. I like that. I think Texas
You
A&M
think,
going to
you
be.
think they're gonna have a hard time? It's not like Carson Beck hasn't been in this spot before in these big games. I, I mean versus the young quarterback in Reed. Even
Mhm.
though was Reed, he was at the Heisman, right? Wasn't he at the Heisman or
No, he
no?
wasn't the Heisman.
He
No.
wasn't the Heisman. Um, I think that was a discredit to him. But you know he'll be around, so maybe he'll get back next year. But when you look at that, I think that matters. That veteran matters at that
Mhm.
position in these big games. Um, and for the most part, Beck has been fairly decent in big games, especially with Georgia and some other games he hasn't. Right, that was the kind of like his knock. When he was at Georgia, that the team kind of bailed him out. But
Mhm.
he's been in these spots. You know what I'm saying? So I I I, I think the line is right. I kind of like the hook on the Miami side. I actually think it's going to be a high scoring game.
You do?
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah. Texas A&M can score.
Yeah, they can score. And I think that's what's going to be Miami's issue. I think it. So Miami is lost to dynamic. I think Texas A&M is a dynamic team, and what I mean
Mm-hmm.
by dynamic is that they can hit you with multiple facets of the game. With the run game, the quarterback is really agile, can get out the pocket, can also scramble for first downs, and they got receivers all on the board, and they got great edge rushers also. And that Texas D line. I think one of the best D linemen is actually on Texas A&M. So they'll be able to get after Carson Beck and cause havoc. And if you look at Miami, who they struggle with, they struggle with dynamic teams such as SMU, right? A
Yeah,
lot of exotic
absolutely.
offensive looks. They struggle with Louisville. Also, they lost their 2 losses was to Louisville and SMU. Those are teams that are very similar to I think the Texas A&M. But then you got to characterize them going into College Station, and that is
Yeah,
tough, right?
yeah,
A lot of them guys ain't been in that type of environment. You're talking about 120,000 deep in a playoff of atmosphere. You know they're going to be excited. You know what I'm saying? So Miami been cozy at home all year in that sunny state of Florida. I
right.
think there's going to be an issue for Texas A. I mean for Miami. I like Texas A to move on and play Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, and that's also going to be a home game, pretty much for Texas A&M against Ohio State
Yeah.
because they play in Dallas. They play in Dallas, right?
Where is that? Goodyear, the Cotton Bowl?
Wouldn't that be in Dallas?
I think so.
Right. So
Cotton
you got
Bowl.
another pretty much a home game in
Yeah, it's
Texas
in
versus
Dallas.
Ohio State. Yeah. So I like Texas A&M playing Ohio State. I love Ohio State's defense. I told you,
Yeah, it don't matter where they play. Ohio
yeah.
State will be okay.
I think that's going to keep them in all ball games. I think their red zone defense is the best we've almost ever seen. They rarely let up touchdowns. Definitely in that red zone. So I think they're going to pretty much give Marcel Reed some issues. So I think Ohio State will kind of win a tight game. I don't see a lot of
Mhm.
scoring in that game. So it'll probably be like a 24-20 type game, 24-17 ish. in the Cotton Bowl.
Okay. So we got Ohio State, Texas A&M. We got Ohio State moving into the Festival versus Georgia, more than likely. Yeah. So we got Georgia and Ohio State in the Festival.
I don't know. I'm not giving my pick here. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it'll be a great game if it was to happen. I don't know. I think, man, it's going to be a battle. That is going to be a battle. That is a battle. You know, just dirty, gritty type football. Great pieces on both sides. Great defense, good defense. But I think Georgia's spinning right now. They're kind of rolling right now. Ohio State got a tough loss. Does that wake them up? Let them feel like they're untouchable? So I don't know. But I would like to see that in that Fiesta Bowl too. That's in Arizona, so should be a great
Should be a
game.
great game.
Yeah.
And then Indiana and Texas Tech.
And I'm gonna go with them Red Raiders, man. Raiders going to the chip.
Calling
I know
upset.
Indiana been rolling, but Texas Tech, man, there's something about them. I think they're gonna cause some problems. I think that's gonna be a real good fight too. High scoring. I think they're both be able to put up points and well, I guess I want to say high scoring, but a good amount of points on the board because just the way Indiana plays offense.
Yeah, the Hoosiers almost at 3-1 ain't bad for a team that can probably beat anybody on here.
To win it all.
Yeah, to win it all. 3-1 ain't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Ohio State's favorite at pretty much 2-1 to win it. And I think, like you said, your dark horse of Texas Tech is probably good. Georgia could be okay, but I don't like, like you said, it's going to be a fight against Ohio State. And then if they get all the way, then more likely you'll see Indiana or Texas Tech. And, that'll be another kind of a big test for them. I'm not sure if they'll be able to deal with that. So I kind of agree with all your picks. But I think it wouldn't surprise anybody if it's Ohio State versus Indiana again. You know what I mean? Like that's just really. And then here's the hypothetical matchups that they have already. Didn't even look at it. Just brought it up. Didn't even know. Ohio State versus Texas A&M is -7.5. Ohio State. Miami versus. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Miami versus Ohio State is 8.5. Oregon versus Texas Tech is Oregon's favorite -1.5 in that game versus Texas Tech. James Madison versus Texas Tech is -17.5. Bama versus Indiana is -6.5. Oklahoma minus Indiana is 8.5. So just because we're following. Georgia versus Ole Miss is -6. Georgia versus Tulane is -16.5. Oh, please, Tulane win that. That's 16.5. Not enough whatsoever. Jesus. What did I say? Ohio State versus Miami is -8.5. Ohio State and Texas. That 7.5 seems like a lot against Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think they just think there's going to be some issues defensively with that offense.
Yeah.
But 7.5 is a lot too.
Yeah, the touchdown's a lot, but Ohio State might be angry too. You know what I mean? They might be a little bit angry. So Humboldt's got Texas Tech as the dark horse. I like it. But I think this team is a team of destiny. And something about them is special. And I think I think the run continues.
Coach Signetti said, "All I do is win. Check the record. Check my record." That's what he said. All I do is win. I root for him, man. I think he's a James Madison guy and got his, pretty much his old team is in the playoffs. I'm sure. That's one of the programs he started.
I don't know. It's just something about that team that I don't think it doesn't like they've had just a magical season, right? They had, and then you saw how when he won the Heisman, that whole damn team was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Celebrating with them. It's just something about that team that, is going to go down as one of the best teams, I think, that did it. They win it in all multiple ways.
To be honest with you, probably one of the most underrated teams. I don't think Indiana gets a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I think people kind of look over Indiana, and they're the number one team. I don't hear nobody talking about Indiana. Nothing. No,
Yeah,
not sports. Nothing. It's just like they're there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like every way they could win a game, they won. In every facet, running, passing, defense, they just did it all. Coaching, what I mean, getting lucky, like all of it. All of it. And they won it in dominant fashion almost against everybody. Ohio State was a true test. And they passed the test. You know what I mean? They passed the test against the great, the Ohio State. And I think if they see it again, they'll do it again.
Mm.
So yeah, my bet, and I like it at 3-1. I'm getting the team that beat pretty much everybody as the second best favorite. Oh, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Give me the Hoosiers. Might even throw something serious on that, John.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Give me the Hoosiers. Win it all. Um. So that is our preview of college football. We talked about boxing. We talked about Crawford. We talked about Chiefs Kingdom. We talked about Tua. Anything that we had on the list that I missed before we get up out of here? I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we could talk about the Sharon Moore stuff a little bit.
Yeah,
Um
you know.
I mean, I feel well. There was a video out. I don't know if it was AI generated or not, but there was a video out of him and his wife actually walking like their baby. I don't know if that was real or not. Um, she's standing by him, which
Yeah, I
is
think he had to go to the lawyer or something like that.
yeah, which
He,
is
he got a
surprising. Surprising.
yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Umar who said this man got snow bunnied twice the same damn time. That shit was fucking hilarious. But it's been a run of that, right? It has been a complete run of being snow bunnied
Mm.
um with these athletes and these high profile men. Um Iman Shumpert might have something to say about that because he got robbed. Did you see that? That
No,
divorce that finalized with Iman Shumpert and was it
and
Tanella Taylor? What's her first name?
yeah, Tiana Taylor.
Tiana.
Okay,
Tiana Taylor.
yeah.
She got all four houses,
Mm.
25 million,
Mm.
like four cars.
Mm.
He's got to pay 8,000 in child support, and he's got $2 million to his name and no house.
Man, looks like he need to go back to play to the league. See if he can get on the
Because
team.
what he did was what you would think a loving husband, a loving man would do is they had joint accounts. So he put everything into their joint accounts, and that shit bit him in the ass. She took all that shit, took it all, which is crazy, right? Like, do you really need four cars, four homes? The ninja can't even get a house. Four. You gonna take all four and 25 mil? And you in movies right now? And your new boo is about to blow up and be the next big thing in Marvel with I think he's doing like Green Lantern and stuff or DC. Like Jesus, man. You know
It's
what I mean?
rough. It's
It's
rough.
rough. It's
It's
rough.
rough. Gotta move a little carefully, I guess.
But back to the being snow bunny. Yeah, there's a lot of brothers getting out here being snow bunny, as Dr. Umar has recently said. I forget the list, but um, that has happened over a little bit of time here. Pretty funny, I think. But yeah, I mean, I think you know, just know black men out there, and I have my wife is white, so we're only going not throw that out there. But make sure you pick the right woman. Period. Right. And to end on Dr. Umar, don't get snow bunny. I'm Moss Money. That's Be Humble. This is Game of the Nights. We will see you guys next week. We are back. So
No,
make sure
next
you
week is Christmas, ain't it?
next week is Christmas is Friday, right?
I think
Because
it's Thursday.
Hold on.
Christmas is Thursday.
Yeah, so Christmas Eve.
We gonna go on Christmas Eve?
You got something to do?
I really don't. Okay.
A little Christmas Eve, John. A little eggnog. You know what I mean? A little brandy, a little eggnog. You know what I mean?
All right,
Holiday cheer.
Find some
Well, you want to bring the ladies on? You want to bring Mrs. Claus on? Or no?
Maybe.
Yeah,
She's
man,
probably
why
wrapping
not?
presents.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We'll do something a little bit different for that. You know what I mean? Again, we will see you guys next week, Christmas Eve, special edition episode. You know why? We got to do it. It's number 50. Number 50 on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we're gonna rock out. Might maybe do a half an hour show. Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
Maybe a half an hour show. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. We out here.